Portable power runs from about $150 to well over $18,000. Same basic idea at both ends. A battery in a box that gives you electricity without a wall socket. But the gap between the cheapest one and the most expensive one is genuinely absurd. And almost nobody needs to climb as high as they think they do. So let's walk the whole ladder, 5 levels, cheap to insane, and figure out where you should actually stop. Level 1 is the pocket backup, somewhere around $150 to $200. And you're looking at roughly 200 to 300 watt hours of capacity. Think of something like the EcoFlow River 3 or the little Bluetti units in that class. These are smaller than a lunchbox. They'll keep your phone alive for a week, charge a laptop a few times, run some LED lights, keep a CPAP machine going for a night if you turn the heated humidifier off. And here's the thing, nobody selling you a bigger unit wants to admit, for a huge number of people, this is genuinely all they need. If your worst case scenario is a short blackout and some dead phones, you can stop reading the spec sheets right here. Level 1 already solved your problem, but most people want a little more headroom, and that's level 2. This is the real sweet spot of the entire market, around $400 to $500, right about 1,000 watt hours. This is where the Anker Solix C1000, the EcoFlow Delta 2, the Bluetti AC180 all live. Now you can run a mini fridge, keep that CPAP going for several nights, power a weekend of camping without thinking about it, or ride out a blackout that lasts a day or two. For me, this is the tier most buyers should land on and go no further. It's the point where the price is still reasonable, the thing is still light enough to carry with one hand, and it covers the situations people actually run into. If you're not sure which level is yours, statistically, it's this one. Level 3 is where it stops being a camping gadget and starts being home insurance. Roughly $700 to $900, and the capacity roughly doubles to around 2,000 watt hours. Units like the Bluetti AC200L or the bigger Anker and Bluetti Elite models. The jump here isn't just more battery, it's more muscle. You can run a window air conditioner. You can keep a full-size fridge cold through a multi-day outage. Most of these can take an expansion battery too, so you can add capacity later without rebuying the whole thing. This is the level for people who lose power a few times a year and are tired of it. Not preppers, not off-gridders, just homeowners who want the fridge to stay cold and the lights to stay on when the grid has a bad day. Then level 4 is where things get serious, and the price reflects it. We are talking $2,000 to about $3,500 now. Capacity in the range of roughly 4,000 to 6,000 watt hours, and critically, these put out split phase 240 volt power. That is the tier of the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 and the Anker Solix F3 800. These have wheels because you are not carrying them. And the reason 240 volts matters is that it is what your big appliances actually use. The dryer, the well pump, the central air conditioner. At this level, you have stopped thinking about your campsite and started thinking about your electrical panel. This is real, genuine whole house for a while backup, the kind of thing that turns a multi-day outage from an emergency into a mild inconvenience. Honestly, for the vast majority of homeowners, this is the actual ceiling of what makes sense. Very few people need to go past it. Which brings us to level 5, the insane tier. The wait, people actually buy this tier. Up here, you are not buying a power station, you are buying a home energy system, and the numbers get silly fast. You take those level 4 units and you stack them. 2 Anker F3800s chained together gets you into 50 plus kilowatt hours of storage. The EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra scales across 15 stacked units all the way up to 90 kilowatt hours. A single Ultra tower with panels and a smart home panel runs you somewhere around $7,000 to $10,000 installed, and a maxed out build sails right past $18,000. This is whole home, indefinitely off-grid capable power. The kind of setup where the argument is that it pays for itself in 5 years and lets you leave the grid behind entirely. It is extraordinary hardware. It is also complete overkill for anyone whose honest goal was, keep my fridge running during storms. But it exists, it's real, and for the right person building toward total energy independence, it's genuinely the dream. So that's the ladder. And here's the part I actually care about. The whole industry is built to push you upward. Bigger numbers, more watt hours, the fear that you'll be caught short. But climbing the ladder costs real money, and most people massively overbuy. If you just want dead phones handled, level 1. If you want a genuine, carry it anywhere backup for camping and short outages, level 2. And most of you should stop there. Level 3 if you lose power regularly and want a fridge and air conditioning covered. Level 4 if you want the actual house backed up through a long outage. And level 5 only if off-grid is a real goal and not just a fantasy you're paying $18,000 to feel ready for. The best power station isn't the biggest one you can afford. It's the smallest one that covers what actually happens to you. Figure out which rung is really yours, buy that one, and ignore every ad trying to sell you the next level up.